Let's see what they do when I add more water to their bowl. Well, apparently they panic a little bit. Will they play in it? Time to get some dark egg layers in my flock. So I'm just getting ready to set some eggs in the incubator. I've got this incubator as well. I actually have 3 goose eggs from a friend of mine. We're just going to hatch those for fun. These here are lavender Orpingtons, which are some of my favorites. Also from a friend. So we've got them going in this incubator, and I've got this incubator all being turned on at the exact same time. So 3 weeks from now should be a very exciting day. I put these eggs in the incubator on March 18th. It is now time to get them out of the egg turner and lay them flat. I will put the lid on. These are due to hatch in 3 days. So for the next 3 days, they will just sit here. No more turning the eggs. Do not open it after this point. Just keep them nice and toasty. And by Sunday, they should start hatching. When it starts pipping is when they start chirping and getting ready to break through the shell. I will come back and see if we can record it through the window. Okay, I'll help you feed the cats in just a minute, okay? So we put the lid back on. This is the only time I have opened this incubator in the last 3 weeks. So it's nice and warm, the eggs are in there, lid is on. We are not gonna touch this for the next 3 days. And then we'll come back and see if we can get any action through that dirty window. This is my forced air incubator, much happier with that one. There's Benny trying to feed the cats. This is actually my preferred incubator. It does a much better job. This just has a heater where it warms up and the air just kind of is there. This actually has a fan that blows the air, so it keeps it a much more consistent temperature. These guys are also ready to go into lockdown, but we have 3 goose eggs there in the back and a whole bunch of turkey eggs. I can't say for sure if I have any turkey toms left after the bobcat came through. He killed my best toms. If I have a tom, he's not a very productive one, but I'm hoping that some of these turkey eggs might be fertile. But a good friend of mine, Kimberly, when I was visiting her farm, allowed us to bring home 3 goose eggs. I have candled one of these, and it was alive and well. I don't want to mess with them too much. I have yet to successfully hatch a goose. This is my 3rd year trying. All of my eggs have come from Kimberly, and just as they get near the end, for some reason I tend to lose them. This year I've learned a lot more about hatching, and I'm really hoping that if I don't mess with them more than turning every day like we have to do, that we just might end up with 3 goslings. So I come in here 2 to 3 times a day and I just turn the eggs. This incubator does have an egg turner with it, but it really limits the amount of eggs I can use, and I really don't mind coming in and turning them myself. It's a fun part of the process, and opening it 2 to 3 times a day does not seem to lessen my hatch rate on this incubator. This incubator is just a rock star for being a cheap Amazon find. I usually have pretty darn close to 100% hatch rate even when I double stack. And I believe that that's because of the forced air. I believe it's because there's a motor that keeps the air circulating, and so the temperature is pretty consistent all the way through, opposed to my still air incubator, where some areas are going to be warmer than others. And I believe that that's the biggest struggle that I have. So I come in here, turn the eggs. See, there's an X on one side and a date on the other. I did not properly mark my turkey eggs because I didn't know my turkeys were laying. My kids just kind of walked in the house with these one day. They found a nest. So one side has an X, the other side has the date, so that I can keep an eye on when to expect them to hatch. This will be the last time that I turn my chicken eggs in this batch. I will still come in and turn the goose eggs and the turkey eggs. See, I have 2 more turkey eggs waiting to go in. But since we're so close to hatching these guys, they can wait a little bit. And by the time they're hatching, I will candle these and see if there's any signs of life at all. They may not even be fertile, but we're gonna find out. Let's see what we have going on in here. Oh man, all three are broken. Those are goose eggs. We're gonna go ahead and leave them be and let them finish hatching. Oh my goodness, I've never successfully hatched geese before. This little guy's coming. He's on his way. Look at him go. We'll come back and check on you guys after we go to music practice. I've never raised geese before. This is a first for me, and they are so fun and adorable. So I filled this bowl with water, and they all keep trying to sleep in it, which makes me think I need to get them some more water. Bigger water, different water. They are so sweet though. I tried for 3 years to hatch goose eggs, and this year I was actually successful, and it kind of surprised me. Geese are very, very tricky to hatch. And all 3 eggs that a friend gave me ended up being successful. Let's see what they do when I add more water to their bowl. Well, apparently they panic a little bit. Will they play in it? Hi, little ones. Oh! At 4 days old, we finally decided to fill the bathtub and give them their first swimming experience. They took to it so naturally. I was very surprised that they knew how to dive and swim underwater, even from the very beginning. Instincts are a fascinating thing. It'd be really neat if we could tell their gender from hatching. I'm really curious what we have here. I originally didn't plan to keep these guys, but they've been so fun and they're so cute. And the boys play with them, they hold them, they take them outside. These guys walk right up to the kids. At this point, I'm not sure that I'd be able to sell them. We try to make sure that all of our animals serve a purpose here on the farm. We just don't need to add extra mouths to feed just for the fun of it. So what I need is some reasons in the comments below why we should absolutely keep these guys. What will be their purpose? The first time we saw how well they could dive, we decided we should go get them some teeny tiny fish to swim with. And then we started doing some research and discovered that geese don't eat fish. So what would we do with the fish after they were done in the bathtub? Geese actually prefer to eat roots, seeds, berries, plants, anything they can find on the ground, bugs, but they do not eat fish. The after effect. I ask you, YouTube, do they stay or do they go?